Pool so mad cause he can do it like me. Pool stay mad cause he sippin' that tea. Pool so mad can't get it like me. Wanna ride out with lovely. When you see me coming to the DKHizouse, you all lit and you know what we're talking about. When you see me coming, step in, step out. When you see me, we gon' run our mile. It's the DKHizouse for sure. You see me coming and I'm coming back for more. When you see me and I see you, we at the gears out. We do. So let's get into it. We're gonna have another adult conversation. A lot of times men are quick to judge a woman based on their sexual orientation. They're worried about body count, who you been with. They're gonna try to slut shame you, this and this and that. Don't ever let a man slut shame you, okay? If you find a man who's trying to slut shame you, who's trying to put you in this box, trying to ask you your body count, that may be an indication for you to run, because at the end of the day, your sexual orientation has nothing to do with who you are as a person. Like, literally, the person you act in the bedroom is a totally different person than how you act in everyday regular life. There's two different people. What is the difference? Like, sexual pleasure is something dealing with fulfillment, gratification, enjoyment. That has nothing to do with personality, compatibility, trust, loyalty, faithfulness. None of those go hand in hand. So you're telling me just because, let's say, I have sex with somebody and I'm horny, I can't have sex with somebody else because I'm horny? You mean I just gotta play with toys and play with myself for the rest of my life? It don't work like that, bro. It literally does not work like that. Just because I have sex with you, if you piss me off, that does not give me a reason to want to stay with you. It literally does not. If you're pissing me off, you're annoying me, you're talking crazy to me, my affection for you is going to go out the window. Now, you know, men's mission is to just have sex with as many women as they can. Let's start there. Okay? They feel like they have this power. They feel like that boosts their status in the trail of men. So, if there's technically supposed to be less men than women, apparently women are going to be getting played. Women are going to be getting used. So if a woman is being played, a woman is being used, because some men are hitters and quitters. Some men just want to say, oh, I hit that. So with that being said, they lie. They change up their story. And that has nothing to do with the woman. If she wanted it something serious, she wanted something real, and he decided to play game on her, to play her, and he ended up sleeping with her, that's a body. Even though I found out that I really shouldn't count those as bodies, and especially when it comes to body counts, because I really don't do body counts, and I think they're ridiculous. But you expect that to be, you expect that to be the only person she sleeps with? No. And then let's say somebody else is a fuck nigger. Like, that's it. F and F. That's why that song was made. There's plenty of men out there just sleeping with women for ego purposes. Just to say that they got it like that. That they got that girl. That untouchable. So a woman is going to have bodies. But as a woman, I no longer count F and F's on my body counts. If it's like, if I haven't even slept with you 3 times or more, that means there's nothing committal. It's nothing serious there. Regardless of if you think I should count it or not, I'm not counting it, bro. Because if I'm thinking it's something and that we're going somewhere and I open up to you and then it don't end up going nowhere, and maybe it ends off the first time, second time, and you just want to say you got this body, then I'm not going to even count you, bro. I'm not. And whoever don't like it, just don't like it. It's cool, because I'm not a person to expose my body count, because it's supposed to be a lady never tells. I'm a lady. I'm not supposed to tell you what I do in my bedroom. That's not your business, okay? I don't kiss and tell. And I really didn't understand what that meant until I got older, because women are expected to be pure. Women are expected to be chaste. So why are we talking about my body count? Like, who ran up and threw me, who put it down on me and stuff like that. Like, that's going a little bit deep, because I'm definitely more than my sexual escapades. And as females, a lot of females don't orgasm. A lot of females don't come because they're not familiar with their bodies. That's why a lot of women start coming in their later 20s or 30s. And that's why their peak is in their 40s, because they're just getting used to what it is. And so sometimes in the 40s, you're going to have the better, more experienced sexual partners. Because the woman is orgasm. A lot of the stuff in the 20s be fake. We be faking it. No cap. You think you doing something? It's fake. I really don't fake, but I never really had to. But I'll just let you know that I'll be like, let's get this over with. You know what I'm saying? And I regret that too, because I wish I would have enjoyed it when I was having it. A lot of men don't even know this. A lot of women may even be with you, but not even sexually gratified with you. We hear that, yeah, it's something that happens. You hear that with, what is it, Envy and his wife. 10 years into their marriage, she wasn't even sexually satisfied with him. It happens. Just because a woman is with you doesn't mean the sex is good. And that's why we get so mad when you cheat, because we're not even pleased, and you trying to go please somebody else who probably gonna tell you that you pleasing them, but you really not. You know what I'm saying? So that's because younger women are not in touch with their bodies. So with that being said, you think she supposed to stay with this man just because she opened her body up to him? No, she's gonna be like, okay, we're gonna have to fix this, or I gotta find me somebody else who can satisfy me sexually. Because I feel like if you're in a relationship and you're not satisfied sexually, that's torture. Okay? But let's also say you in a relationship and it becomes disrespectful. It becomes toxic. It becomes draining. You're not going to want to have intimacy with that person anymore. Your intimacy level declines. It decreases. So I'm not going to say that I'm not going to ever find me somebody else. After that, a lot of times you are. You're going to have to move on, because you're not being attracted to that person because of how they treat you. It just is what it is. Okay, let's also say you were somebody and the sex is terrible. A lot of women, if they're single, they're not going to put up with that. Some of them do, some of them don't. You know, so they may have to go to the next person, because a lot of women, 85% or more at one point in their life, usually do not have orgasm from sex, or a lot of their sexual experiences are non-orgasmic. So with that being said, men are coming every single time they have lay down. Women are not. Then what do you expect? They're going to have more chances of wanting to have another sex partner. So with that being said, I'm not going to be ashamed for wanting sexual gratification. I'm not going to feel ashamed for running to F niggas, you know, F boys who just want to run through somebody. I'm not going to feel ashamed for wanting sexual gratification and it's not hitting the way I need it to hit. I'm not going to feel ashamed for a relationship not working out and I decide to move on. I'm never going to feel ashamed for that. So never, ever, ever let a man make you feel bad because you don't want to expose your body count, or because you're a lady. A lady doesn't kiss and tell. A lady's not supposed to tell. And if a man is pressuring you to tell, question his motives. Question how he see you, because basically he's calling you a hoe. He's calling you a floozy. The fact that he got to ask you for a body count, what does it matter? And that tells you he may be a narcissist, so you need to run. It also tells you that he very much could be a very, very, very insecure man who is worried about if he can sexually satisfy you, and he wants to know how many different options you had. Because that's what it is. It boils down to, a lot of times, a lot of men don't think they can satisfy you because of their parents' experiences, instead of working with you to get that sexual gratification. And they want to know that you don't have many to pick from, so that way they don't feel threatened or like you're going to go back to somebody else. If that's what it is, say that. Don't say, oh, what's your body count? Because at the end of the day, it's none of your business. At the end of the day, it should not matter. At the end of the day, I'm going to knock some bodies off if it was an FNF boy. Like, I'm not going to even count you. I'm not going to put you on my list. I'm not going to even claim you. There was a time that I did. But if I feel like a sexual partner is a person you have been consistently had sex with like 3 or more times, like 5, 10 times, like that's the person you go back to. If not, that's not even on your body count list. But I mean, if you want to disclose it, it's up to you. But at the end of the day, it's nobody's business And if he want to call you out your name because you don't want to disclose your business, that is on him. That don't have nothing to do with you. Don't ever feel ashamed. Don't ever feel discouraged because a woman's going to have that whole face because we're not satisfied. Not because we want to be a hoe. It's because we want to be satisfied. We want to come. And it may look like a whole phase, but it's really not, because even in my whole phase, I really wasn't with but like 1 or 2 people, or maybe 3. I mean, so that's where the bulk of it comes in. And at the end of the day, it's because you're trying to find out what you like. But at the same time, it's not even about that. It's learning how to work with what you got. And that comes with time and practice and patience. I'm sorry, but I gotta go right now. We come to you, but I gotta go right now. You're still my friend, but you gotta come again. Still a long time with me, friend. Until next time, stay a little, stay alive. Until next time, stay such a guy.